Hi, it's Alana. Welcome back to YogaYin, and thank you so much for joining us yet again. Today I put together a sequence for a specific student. It is a longer version of our egg quality video, which takes about 15 minutes. This one's going to be about half an hour. This student has some special circumstances in that she's had a partial hysterectomy, so she no longer has a uterus. So it's going to focus on egg quality because that's exactly what we want for this student. We need good egg quality, and she also has a sleepy ovary, so we need to wake that ovary up. So this is going to be about ovary stimulation, and it's going to be about just increasing the quality of the eggs that she produces. So I hope you enjoy it. If you would like a personal sequence for yourself, please let me know. I am now booked up till March, but I'm taking bookings from March, and I'd love to hear from you. Love your feedback. Namaste. Okay, so for our practice today, you're going to need a blanket or a pillow that you can rest your head on, because we're going to begin by lying on our backs in full Shavasana. It's ideal when we're lying in Shavasana to have the chin lower than the forehead. So what I want you to do is just bring the tips of your thumbs, the tips of your forefingers together. Place them over your belly in Yoni Mudra, Female Mudra. And just focus on your breath. Start to bring the breath deep into the body. See if you can feel the hands on your belly rise as you inhale. And as you exhale, gently draw back to the spine. Good, and when you're ready, gently extend your exhalation. So that it's longer and deeper than the inhalation. And as you breathe out, let go of your day. Let go of all the tension, all the stress. Let your belly be soft. Two more deep breaths here. Beautiful. When you're ready, float your eyes open. Gently remove your pillow or your blanket. And we're going to come into bridge pose. So what I want you to do is just gently bend your knees up into your belly first of all, and rock from side to side. Just releasing off the lower back. Coming back to center, sliding the hands down to the ankles and placing the soles of the feet on the floor, hip distance apart, toes slightly turned in to one another. Arms nice and long beside the body. And we're going to practice first of all in a flowing motion. So what I want you to do is inhale and then just gently tilt your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then exhale and lower it back down. And inhale, just a little, nice and subtle. And exhale, lower it back down. So we're really tuning in to this area of the body. Inhaling, coming up a little further now. So the backs of the shoulders, the neck and the head are on the mat. And exhaling all the way back down. Inhaling. Feel the neck lengthening, tighten the inner thighs just a little. We don't want to hold too much here. And exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And now this time inhaling. And from here you can either stay here for 5 deep breaths. You can come up onto your shoulders and interlace your hands for an even deeper stretch. Or if you wish to, you can support your hips, coming up onto the toes and staying here for 5 deep breaths. Choose what works for you. When you're ready to release it, release the arms, the shoulders, roll all the way back down and hug the knees into the belly once more. And take a few deep breaths here. Roll off to your right hand side and come up into a cat position. On all fours. I want you to spread your fingers nice and wide and have the hands just underneath the shoulders, inner elbows turned towards one another. And then the knees underneath the hips. Now we're going to work with cat pose not only because it's great for fertility, but also because my student has a kneecap issue. So I want you to inhale and open up the throat. And exhale and curl the spine. Inhaling to open. Exhaling to curl. And just feel into the back, the lumbar, and the middle and the upper spine, working through. And any tension in the neck or the shoulders, just focus on releasing that tension. Beautiful. And from here we're going to walk our hands forward and just gently slide into Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Now I want you to stay with your belly on the floor. That's really important. Elbows tucked in, hands are beside the chest, looking straight ahead for a couple of deep breaths. I want you to let your belly be soft here. So it's like a gentle massage. Beautiful. Tuck your toes under. Come back to downward dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide, inner elbows towards one another. Up on the toes, sink your knees down towards the mat. Lift your hips high in the air. Sink your heels down. Walk through your feet to release the kidney meridian running through the backs of the legs. Because we're really working on the kidney yin here too. So really take your time to feel into it. Lowering one heel at a time. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing here. And just bring the heels down towards the mat, taking a deep breath in downward dog, balancing the whole of our endocrine system. And then inhale, coming back into cat. And we're going to practice that again, going through breath for breath, because we're going to try and warm up the body a little. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, open out your throat. And exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale into cobra. Exhale into downward dog. And inhale, come back into cat. So that's a sequence with me. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale into cat. Open up. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale into cat, open up. And exhale, walk the hands forward. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, release the knees. Walking the hands back, opening up the throat. Exhale, walking the hands forward. Inhaling cobra. Exhaling dog. And just holding dog now for 5 deep breaths. Inhale, come back into cat. Open up the throat and exhale, curl through the spine all the way back to pose of a child. And either take the arms long beside you and rest the forehead if that's available to you, or you can extend the arms and just rest here. When you're ready, look between your hands. Walk your hands up and gently come into a seated position. Now, if you find easy cross-legged difficult, I want you to just take your blanket or your pillow, lift up your sit bones, those ischial bones at the bottom of the buttocks, and either tuck your feet underneath your knees, or, if it feels better, come into Siddhasana, pose of a sage. And I just want you to sit up nice and long. We're going to practice prana mudra now. We've worked on sort of warming the body and stimulating it a little bit. Now we're going to bring the breath right back down, particularly from my student who has a very important and difficult job and often doesn't get a lot of sleep. So there's quite a lot of anxiety going on around work. So this is a beautiful breath just to bring you back into balance. So come with me. When you're ready, I want you to inhale, raise your arms up and over your head, place the hands together in prayer above the head, and exhale, bring the hands down through the center line, peel them away at the forehead, all the way down to the base of the body. Inhale, raise the energy, and exhale, release the arms all the way back down to the sides. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down to the center line, peeling the palms away all the way down. Inhaling. Exhaling. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, slow it right down. Beautiful. Palms to lap, left on top of right, thumbs together. Good. When you're ready, bring the soles of your feet together. Knees out to the side of the mat, neither holding around the toes or onto the ankles, whichever one keeps your spine nice and straight. And I want you to just inhale here. And exhale, release the elbows forward, tuck the chin in. And then I want you to gently use your weight to open out. Folding forward from the hips rather than the lower back. Allowing yourself to lower gently with each out breath. Releasing the neck. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way back up, and then take your legs out to the side of your mats. Upavista Konasana. Now, if you find that this pose pulls on your knees, I want you to gently bend up your knees, because it's about opening out the groin rather than stretching through the knees. So if that's more comfortable for you, I want you to just maintain that position. Beautiful. When you're ready, I want you to interlace your fingers, palms towards the crown of the head, arms alongside the ears. Inhale here and exhale, fold down to your right, working now into the liver and the gallbladder meridian. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, back up to center. Keep the breath flowing. Inhaling. And exhale, turning over that right leg now, and inhale, come all the way back up, and exhale, fold, turn over the left leg, and inhale all the way back up to center, and then stirring the bowl, 5 rounds to one side. Keeping the toes pointed up towards the ceiling, working into that kidney meridian. And then 5 rounds to the other. Inhaling back to center, dropping the arms slightly forward, dropping the chin. Take a few deep breaths here. Breathe down into the belly, let the belly release. Beautiful. Walk your hands back. Bring your legs in together and just give them a little shake. We're going to come into Paschimottanasana now, forward bend. And this is going to help not only with fertility and the pelvis, but also with the lack of sleep. So I want you to just pull the flesh of your buttocks back. And then inhale, raise your arms alongside your ears. And exhale, fold forward and take hold wherever you're comfortable. And if you need to bend up your knee rather than strain your lower back, do so. Taking hold where you're comfortable. Inhaling from here and then exhaling, folding forward from the hips rather than the lower back. 6 deep breaths here. And then inhale, look forward, reach your arms forward. Take your hands back behind you, point your toes, open up your chest just to counterpose that forward bend. Breathe down into the belly, let the belly be free. And then roll all the way onto your back. Hug the knees into the belly, hands over the knees, and small circles on the lower spine. Reversing those circles. Hugging the knees into the belly. And allowing yourself to feel deeply relaxed. Okay, when you're ready, I want you to roll off to your right hand side. And we're now going to finish, of course, with legs up the wall, one of the best poses for fertility that we have. So what I want you to do is just take your mat over towards the wall. I definitely want you to have a pillow or a blanket just to place underneath your head, because I want you to be really comfortable in this one. Best way to get into it, buttocks to the wall. Legs nice and long up the wall. And for starters, let's just lie, feet together. Brilliant pose for insomnia or anxiety, and for bringing all the blood back to the pelvis and the uterus. Nice soft belly. Try not to fall asleep. When you're ready, gently allow legs to open out to the side. So Upavista Konasana now against the wall. Again, working right down into the pelvis with the liver and the gallbladder meridians. And then gently inhale, bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out to the side. And then gently bring the legs back together. Now for my students' purposes, I've made this video half an hour. You can of course stay in Viparita Karani, legs up the wall, for 10 minutes or even up to 15 if you'd like to. The longer you stay in it, the better really. But when you're ready, you can bend your knees and roll off to one side. And come gently back to your mat. Beautiful. So that is essentially an extended yoga practice for egg quality and for stimulating, waking up a lazy or a sleepy ovary. We've really warmed up the body, so some warming practices there without getting too cardiovascular, because we don't want to stimulate the sympathetic nervous system. We've also come back down, done some nice prana mudra and some forward bends to really just work with the insomnia and work with the anxiety, and also work of course with our pelvic area. So if you have any questions or comments and feedback, please keep it coming. I love to hear from you, and of course if you'd like a personalized sequence, do contact me on Facebook. Namaste.